Hello there. I know the year is running to an end, and you're probably asking yourself, what exactly have you achieved this year? What exactly has happened to you this year? I know that you've had experiences, you've probably had your losses, but you've also had your gains. So I want you to reflect and look back and ask yourself, where were you when this year began, and where are you now? Yet it's possible that in the course of the year you lost things. It is possible that in the course of the year things fell apart. It's also very possible that in the course of the year you had reasons to move from one place to the other and perhaps certain things were taken away from you. That's understandable if you feel pained, you feel hurt. But you see, the thing about life is not how we got to where we got to, is that where exactly are we at this point in time. Yes, life could have been tough. I hear people say that life is not a bed of roses, but the truth is, life is a bed of roses. Now, if you look at a rose bed has thorns. And before you can get those roses that you buy in the market, those beautiful roses that you buy for your lovers and all of that, you have to navigate through the thorns and the rose beds. And so life indeed has thorns and thistles as we travel through them. But we then must realize and ask ourselves, what exactly is it that we want to achieve? What exactly is it that life has offered to us? One of the biggest lessons in life that I've come to learn is that nothing happens to us without a reason. And so the most important question to ask yourself when those things happen is, what is the lesson here for me? It's important that we constantly remind ourselves that life in itself is not there to make us, how do I call it? Life in itself is wired to test us, to roughen us, to trample upon us. But we must emerge. And that's where that saying comes that when life leaves you lemons, you make lemonade. It's such simply saying that when tough times come, when you experience difficult times, you just must realize that you must make something out of them. This is not me trying to sermonize you. This is not me trying to preach to you or something, but it's me simply saying 2025 may not have been that year that you envisaged that a lot of things are going to happen, but was also 2025 the kind of year that you thought you were going to live the way you lived it. You're here, you survived. You're here, you scaled through tough times, through difficult times, through hardships, through what you would call sufferings, through the depressing moments that you thought you'd never come out from, through perhaps those moments where you thought the best thing to do was to take your own life, through the losses of your loved ones and the things you love the most, through the disappearance of things from your grasp, loss of jobs, loss of friends, families, neighbors, loss of material things and immaterial things. But here you are, your faith tested, your reality numbed, your strength waxed out, but still you're standing. And so I want to clap for yourself and say to yourself, well done. You survived this. You did this. You made it to that point. Not because you're bigger or better than others, but because you were resilient. Because you allowed the inner strength within you to prevail just because you didn't give up. There is this saying in Nigerian local parlance that says, now we'll give up, F up. Well, it simply means that it's the person who gives up the messed up. You didn't give up. You struck through. You remained strong. In your weakness, you pull through. And that is enough for you to celebrate. So rise up, heroes, and strive on. Rise up and say to yourself, if I didn't go down this year, then I can't go down again. And look on the brighter side and look ahead to 2026 and say to yourself, it is the year that I'm going to show the reward of all that I went through in 2025. 2025 was probably for pruning. 2025 was probably for planting. 2025 was probably the year that you have to go through for you to get disciplined, for you to learn the tough and the hard lessons of life in your relationships, in your marriage, in your finances, in your every aspect of your life, your corporate life, your work life. But 2026 is that year that begin to put all the lessons into effect. And so I charge you, go, win, succeed, go break a leg.